Notorious.
Big it up, big it up.
Hearing my
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Notorious NerdyD Wrestling Show, the single greatest wrestling podcast on the internet. I am your host, NerdyD, and joining me on the ones and twos, working the mics and cameras, is my better half, Level Up Lauren.
What's up, y'all?
Each and every week, we bring you everything you need to know about the world of professional wrestling. Make sure to like and subscribe to this show on YouTube at Notorious NerdyD Wrestling Show, or subscribe on your favorite podcasting network. We are on Spotify, Google Podcast. I believe it's on Apple now. I'll have to double check that. At NerdyD Wrestling Podcast. Make sure to leave a review or leave a comment. Try and get us in that algorithm. Get us on the suggested page and things like that of sorts. So tonight, I'm going to be putting to bed the argument that in the year 2022, size is important in professional wrestling. We've got a lot of heat on that. Mm-hmm. People don't like when I talk about size, but I'm going to break it down and I'm going to be realistic about it. And I'm going to talk about, we'll get there. We'll get there. But I'm going to put it to bed because after I do it tonight, there's no more talking about it.
Yes, sir.
It'll be cemented in stone. But housekeeping for the week, the Talkin' Spit podcast will be coming soon. I'm thinking first week of February we'll release it. We'll probably record a couple and keep them kind of in the can in there to fire them out. Mm-hmm. So that we'll have some in the bag to take out when we need them. But feel free to submit questions for that show at questions at imnerdy.com, imnerdyd.com. I mean, we're going to talk about a little bit of everything on that show. Yeah. There's no real rules on that show. So that show will just be a little bit of everything. And I promise the people that I have lined up for that show are a lot of different personalities. Some from all different backgrounds of life. So there'll be a lot of different opinions flying around there. Mm-hmm. We have, so new thing we're going to be doing is a poll of the week, right?
Yeah.
And I know you did a couple polls this week, but I don't know exactly what they were. But for this next week's poll, I want you to put up a poll of, in the year 2022, should CM Punk at some point in time be the AEW World Champion?
Okay.
So in 2022, should CM Punk at some point in time be the AEW World Champion? That's the poll of the week. We'll find out the results on that next week. Now, we've got some controversy this week. We've got a problem we got to talk about. Bring up the graphic.
Okay.
This was the first official WWE pay-per-view. We pick 'em for our brand new Notorious NerdyD World pay-per-view title.
Yes.
And as it stands right now, what are the records in that bottom corner there?
I was 4-2. You were 3-3.
Now, I just want to go on record. This is under protest currently.
No.
Because I do believe that Omnicron came in and fucked everything up, right? We didn't get the matches that we were expecting.
I just kind of feel like you're a sore loser, to be honest.
It's not a sore loser because, I mean, they're just going to take away the Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura match from us.
Which I would have been right about, too.
No, I'd have been right on that.
You know.
I'm pretty sure I'd have been right on that. And then the Fatal 4-Way got turned to the Fatal 5-Way. So right now, currently, I believe you are the interim Notorious NerdyD pay-per-view champion. I'm not willing to officially concede the title just yet.
Bullshit.
I want to see, because, you know, if you want to be realistic, the Fatal 4-Way match was bullshit. They changed the finish on that one. And you won the New Day and the Usos. That's where I messed up. I thought the New Day was going to win.
Yeah, and they didn't, so.
But I think I was going to catch back up and tie with the Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn.
No.
There's no telling now. So it's under protest currently.
Well, next week I'll debut the brand new belt and show everybody.
I feel like we'll put up a poll for our loyal listeners to.
Okay.
I don't want any of the other bullshit idiots commenting on it. So we'll figure out where to put it up where our loyal listeners can decide if if we're going to make that an official title win. Because I don't know. I'm still not sure.
Okay.
I'm going to have to review it. Because I believe I'm commissioner. This is my show.
Okay, but I'm the champion,
but
bro.
maybe we'll have to appoint someone who listens to be commissioner. I feel like that's a little bit more fair.
All right, we'll start taking applications.
Okay. All right, so let's get into this week's overreactions.
All right.
So like I said, Omnicron, I called it. Omnicron was going to be the champion of the day one pay-per-view, and it did exactly what it came to do. It took out Roman Reigns. I think I called that. I think I should get a point for that, actually.
No, that
I
doesn't
think
count.
I said
That's an
that
act of God,
that
bro.
there was possible, but I think I said that Omnicron possibly could take out Roman Reigns. I believe in some form or fashion I said that.
We didn't talk about including that, so that doesn't count.
But I mean, loose interpretation of the rules. That's all it is, right? But so Omnicron came in, took out Roman Reigns, and we got Brock Lesnar inserted into the fatal 5-way match. And Brock Lesnar is your current new WWE World Champion. How are we feeling about that? How are you feeling about that? How are you feeling that Brock Lesnar is now your WWE champion?
I feel excited.
You're excited? I don't know. Where does that leave the other big four? That's what it bothered me a little bit, right? We did all this build up. We got the whole month of December building up for the Bobby Lashley, the Kevin Owens, the Seth Rollins, the Big E, the big fatal 4-way match. We got a whole month of trickery and bullshit and people inserting themselves into the matches. And then Brock Lesnar shows up and wins the match, right? So we know now the path for Bobby Lashley as he won the fatal 4-way on Monday Night Raw that inserts him into the title picture going into Royal Rumble. I called this as the night started, but it's not like a stoic prediction or anything. It's pretty obvious that the WWE wants to do some form or fashion of Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley has wanted this for a long time, and so this is a match that'll be fun to watch. No chance Bobby Lashley wins this straight up. I could see some kind of swerve finish that gets the WWE Championship off of Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. Maybe Roman Reigns interfering in that match some way, somehow. But I'm not really ready to call my shots on Royal Rumble just yet. I want a little bit more to play out before I start calling shots on that. But we do know that Bobby Lashley is in line for that the title shot, right?
Yeah.
I think it's fairly obvious Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens are a tag team at this point, right? I mean, they've laid it out perfectly. These guys are playing the best friend roles. This is basically Kevin Owens, Jericho 2.0. And I'm all about this. This is great. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I think that they're going to run them as a tag team all the way through WrestleMania. Someone suggested that WrestleMania be RK Bro versus Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
Ooh.
I'm all about that. I think that's a hell of a tag team match.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's more likely that they stay a tag team up until WrestleMania and then some type of friction gets in the way and we get Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. That's more my belief. I don't think they're going to run them long term as a tag team, even though I think they should.
That would be epic, though.
I think they should.
Yeah.
We could get, what was it, January, February, March? We could get 3 good months of them. And maybe if they pick up enough steam, I just the way RK Bro is rolling right now, I don't foresee taking the belts off them anytime soon. There is no tag team right now that could carry the tag team division the way that they do.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Alpha Academy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't hate Alpha Academy.
They're not
I just
bad. They just don't have that star power.
Yeah, they don't have the star power to hold that belt to justify taking it off of Randy Orton and Riddle. Unless at some point Randy Orton and Riddle are going to have to get that classic tag team breakup where they go at each other.
Randy.
That's coming. So we know that. So that leaves us with Big E, man. What do we do with Big E?
I don't know.
I didn't think he lost the belt here. I didn't think he lost the belt until WrestleMania. So does this mean that WWE didn't have faith going forward in Big E? I don't think so. I don't think it does. I think it more was Omnicron reared its head up, And we needed a big finish. There'd been rumors for a big finish to Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And I think they needed a big finish coming out of day one, and it just made sense to have Brock Lesnar win that match. So Big E's kind of left out in the cold. I had some thoughts about Big E.
Okay.
What if we take Big E and we reunite him with the New Day?
Yeah, I think that could work.
And so right now, I told you this when we were watching Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw is now the superstar heavy show.
Yes.
And SmackDown is, if Brock Lesnar, even if he's going to pull double duty, SmackDown is the weaker of the two shows, especially if Drew McIntyre is injured.
Yeah.
And he's going to be out. So let's move Big E over to SmackDown, right?
Uh-huh.
Now we've got the New Day and the Bloodline, and we can run them head to head for the next few months.
Yeah.
Running into Royal Rumble. I mean, running into WrestleMania for the next few months. There was like just a crazy thought in my head. Brock Lesnar's taking the title off of Kofi Kingston.
Okay.
He's taking it off of Big E. I think it would be fun if they could work some form of a storyline where Xavier Woods possibly wins against Roman Reigns after he's broken Brock's record. Mm-hmm. Some kind of trickery. Maybe Big E cost Roman the match, and Xavier wins that title. And then I think it would be fun to have Brock come back over and have Brock take the belt off of each one of the New Day. I think that would just be an interesting kind of side storyline they could build up. I don't know. It'll never happen.
That's real deep.
Well, that's fantasy booking. I mean, it's never going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I don't foresee them giving Xavier Woods a title shot, but I mean, a title run, even though I think he'd make a hell of a world champion. So yeah, do you turn Big E heel? I don't think so. He's too good a face. I think he's a better face when he's with New Day than he is by himself.
I agree.
I don't think you have to take him out of the title picture. Like I said, if you move him to SmackDown and let him flirt with that title for a little bit, I think that would be fun. But Big E's definitely chasing the belt is going to be more entertaining watching Big E than it is him as champion. I don't think he does well holding the belt for long periods of time. He's going to have to figure that out. He's going to have to become just a little more aggressive. And I've said that, a little less comedic. Because right now, it always kind of feels like a feel-good story, and it needs to just feel like Big E is extremely dominant.
I agree.
And he can get there. He's got time. I definitely think Big E gets another title run at some point. And I don't look at this title run as a fail. I saw some people talking about, transitional champion. Hey, he went 100+ days. Now, he never got a real solid storyline or feud. Uh-huh. So it did feel transitional, but I don't think it was transitional. I think he was a good champion. I think he did what he was designed to do. He held it down for a few months, and I think that the redemption will feel good. And maybe there's a redemption. I don't like what they're doing right now. I don't like having Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns as champions.
Yeah.
It doesn't, especially if there's a plan. They don't need both titles in order to sell that story. So I'm hoping there's something in play for one of the two to drop their belt before WrestleMania.
I'm sure before WrestleMania.
Get one of those, but I don't know, how do you do that without making one of the two look somewhat weak? There's gotta be a swerve.
Maybe there's like some sort of hidden rule or something where
it's not gonna be a hidden rule. It's gotta be is something where what would be real fun, and I just thought of this. We got Paul Heyman back with Brock Lesnar, but what if that's not really happening? What if Paul Heyman is still on the side of Roman Reigns, and at Royal Rumble he cost him the title belt?
Oh,
that something happens and Paul Heyman cost him the title belt. It comes out that he was still aligned with Roman Reigns. Oh, I like that. I like book it, WWE. Book it.
Get it down.
Book it. Let's get another Paul Heyman swerve in here before WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Another overreaction for this week is somebody informed me. I had no fucking clue about this, and somebody informed me that Sammy Guevara. Now, I made a joke last week right? Before, or it was the week of New Year's or week after, I said Sammy Guevara in the year 22 was no longer going to have a title belt and no longer going to have a fiance, right?
Yeah.
Someone brought to my attention that I didn't even know this shit. Sammy Guevara already has a new girlfriend.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Sammy Guevara is apparently dating, is it Tay Conti?
I think it's
is
Tay.
it Tay Conti of the AEW? This feels skeezy to me. And maybe it's not. Maybe it feels skeezy, right? I don't understand. So I've never been a big fan of these guys who do these fucking overly grandiose gestures, right? These massive proposals to these women. Like, I got to go on AEW. I'm going to go on TV. I'm going to propose. Like, if you were able to end your engagement and find someone new in 6 months, you knew at that time that wasn't that solid of a relationship, right?
Yeah. I mean, you embarrass the girl.
Dude, it just feels skeezy to me. Like, and then even if you move on, which is fine, that's human nature, right? I don't know what happened. I'm not going to speculate what happened in his relationship with his fiance, but like, let's let this cool off a little bit before we're on TikTok being all like super in love and shit like that. Cause like Sammy Guevara is super in his feelings right now.
Yeah.
It does.
Which means how does she know that wasn't always there?
That's my point. It's more than likely. I'm not going to speculate, but I am going to speculate.
Well, I'm going to speculate.
More than likely,
for you.
there was some shit going on behind the scenes. He got caught. Now he's with the new girl, right?
Yeah.
That's more than likely what's happened.
She got her man.
I'm going to take a shot at AEW fans again here. So get ready. Here they go. They're going to keep coming for me. I'm going to keep firing back, right? AEW fans feel like the Dallas Cowboy fans of pro wrestling, right? They're just willing to accept any bullshit that their people do and let it go.
True.
Right? Their team can do no wrong, right? You guy beats up on women, we're gonna fucking turn our head. You got one guy who clearly like moved on way too fucking fast. We're just gonna turn our head. At some point, these AEW fans are gonna have to look around and go, man, we got some skeezy ass people. WWE probably does too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not saying that, but AEW people are they are slow to like admit. I know when I was going back and forth with the Darby Allin shit this week, a lot of people didn't know about the allegations.
Yeah.
And they shut up real quick when you bring that up.
Yeah.
They don't know how to react to that. But yeah, I guess we'll just overlook the fault of him, right? Because he can wrestle a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll just go, no big deal. Last overreaction of the week, I want to give a shout out to AEW because people say I hate on AEW every week, but I'm going to give a shout out to AEW this week. I think that having Adam Page win over Bryan Danielson cleanly this week shows a level of commitment by AEW that they're going to hitch their wagon to the most boring world champion ever. I guess that's what we're doing. Hey man, props to you, AEW. You are going to fucking hitch the wagon to literally the most boring world champion I have ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
And you chose to do it in a match that had judges that were not fucking needed.
Yeah. I didn't get that at all.
And possibly the worst finishing maneuver in pro wrestling is a front flip over the ropes that builds absolutely zero momentum that goes into a clothesline. And that's what took Bryan Danielson down. Hey man, shout out AEW for fucking, you're committed to this guy. Let's go. Let's run Adam Page and let's watch those fucking ratings just go, because that's what's going to happen. Most boring. He is the most boring champion currently in all of wrestling. And that's saying a lot because fucking Carmella and Zelina Vega are the women's tag team champions in WWE. And I still find them more interesting than Adam Page. And fuck you, AEW fans. Yes, I'm talking more shit. All right, let's jump into the dirt sheets.
Okay.
Longtime WWE employees Road Dogg and William Regal have been released, along with a bunch of other kind of, what do you call it? Like personnel, not really wrestlers. WWE did a cleaning of house and got rid of a bunch of personnel. A bunch of Triple H guys is what it looks like.
Okay.
So it looks like WWE's cleaning house here. And this is kind of the final dagger to the Triple H era of NXT.
Yeah.
I think we've officially moved over to the NXT 2.0, Vince McMahon's pretty picture of what NXT 2.0 is. And I'm going to lead this right into the next story, which is Freddie Prinze Jr. claims that a former Fox executive told him that WWE tried to pursue Fox buying out the company. So Vince McMahon, it's been rumored for a long time he wants to sell. If you look at all of these releases, it makes sense that he's kind of cleaning up the corporate structure.
Okay.
He's tightening up. He's probably trying to get the money lines looking right. He's got that NXT 2.0 looking like a pretty little package, even though it's not there. It's not for hardcore wrestling. It's a pretty package, right? It's colorful. It's
marketable.
It's marketable. It's got a lot.
Key demographics.
Exactly.
All that
It's
stuff.
got a lot going on there. And so the reality is I think Vince is shopping this thing. And I don't know what that means for WWE. Okay. I don't know if Vince stays on. I don't know if Triple H stays on. I don't know if Stephanie stays on. I don't know who runs the ship. But it's interesting to me that Fox didn't bite. They said that the asking price apparently was way too high.
Yeah.
For WWE, but it's going to be high. It's a pretty well-known, long-running entity. Made me think, like, what other companies could you see buying WWE? You got Fox as a possibility, right? Amazon? So Amazon's dipping its toes into the NFL, so I don't know if it's ready to go into something like professional wrestling.
True.
But they have the money.
They definitely
have the money to buy out someone like WWE, and it seems like Amazon would give them a global marketing reach.
Hulu?
Well, that's Disney.
Oh, okay.
Disney's on my list.
All right.
Is wrestling just a little too graphic for Disney?
I think so, especially because they cuss and stuff like that.
NXT feels like it was kind of packaged for like a Disney look, right? Yeah. Then I said like Viacom, which is, kind of Disney's competitor on television. That's like Nickelodeon and MTV and those guys. It seems like wrestling could fit in that demographic, right? You could almost run something like NXT on Nickelodeon. Well,
I think that they were showing wrestling on Nickelodeon for a minute.
Did they? I know the NFL.
Football. It was
NFL's on Nickelodeon, but
I knew it was something crazy that I didn't normally see.
But it feels like NXT could be packaged up real pretty for like a kids show, and then you could put WWE on even like MTV only runs Rob Dyrdek's ridiculousness all day. It seems like you could find a slot for pro wrestling there.
Oh yeah, I agree.
There's a lot, and then you get a lot of music and stuff, licensing rights and stuff like that. True. I also had Netflix. Netflix toyed around with some wrestling. I think Lucha Underground might have been part of. I'm not positive on that, but I think they did something with pro wrestling. So Netflix has the money, and Netflix does a good job of marketing their own shows. So I think they could do a good job with wrestling, but I don't know if Netflix necessarily needs somebody as big as WWE. Fox seems like the most realistic, or maybe NBC too, because they already have all the network stuff.
True.
But as long as I think those companies can license out the content, I don't know if any of them see a real reason to just fully go on and buy it.
Yeah, I do think that Fox would be the best.
I did look up that WWE was in 2020, it was valued at $5.7 billion.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but someone like Amazon's got like trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
So that's a small number to someone like them.
Yes, sir.
Who knows, man? Moving on, Tony Khan has come out, and like Tony Khan always does, he's fucking always saying something to try and tease the fans, but he says a dream signing is coming soon.
I know who it is.
How do you know who it is?
It's Jeff Hardy.
So that's what I don't think that's a dream signing. But I think the problem is that
even if it's not, and that's who he has, it's a genius because he's getting you to get amped up about it.
I don't know. And so I wanted to pose a question to like our listeners and stuff, because this is one thing I have no fucking clue. And everybody knows I don't have my finger on the pulse of AEW. So I'd like to hear, just like throw this out into TikTok, into YouTube. who do we think this is? Who's available that would be considered a dream signing, right? It's not Bray Wyatt. That's not a dream signing, right? It's not Braun Strowman. That's not really a dream signing. Who's a dream? Is it Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, because then they'd have the Hardy brothers back together.
But is that a dream signing?
Well, I think for some people,
a little
I mean,
anticlimactic.
That so many people love Jeff Hardy, you know,
They do love their Jeff Hardy. They do
I don't
love
get
their Jeff
it.
Hardy.
You don't get it, but I mean, there's a cult following that love him.
But who is? So, question is, you can put this on TikTok. Tony Khan says he has a dream signing coming soon to AEW. Who is it going to be? Everybody, let me know who is it going to be. And then last on the dirt sheets, WWE WrestleMania 38, the latest report on the main event plans. So get this. Allegedly, Seth Rollins was originally scheduled to win the Fatal 4-Way match.
Oh, the person who I had.
But he didn't.
So I would have won.
But
Still.
he didn't.
But I was right.
So apparently he was scheduled to win, and I don't know what the plan was going forward on who he would have.
Well, I think that's why he made that smart ass comment, like, well, Brock's here, so Brock gets what Brock wants.
So it looks like they're still planning on doing Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in some form of fashion. I don't want it to be a title unification, and I don't want them both to hold titles going into WrestleMania. It was fun with Brock chasing the belt. It's not as fun knowing that at any point in time, Brock Lesnar inserts himself into a match, Brock Lesnar wins. I would have liked to see Brock Lesnar lose in that match. It would have made him feel more real. And less, Brock feels superhuman, right? It's like anytime Brock's in some match that doesn't feature Roman Reigns, everybody else has zero fucking chance to win.
Well, Brock Lesnar has that aura that, like, he's Brock Lesnar. He just Brock things up, like he said, right?
I get it. I get what Seth Rollins said. Now, Paul Heyman has come out and said that he believes we won't get any Rock in 2022. We won't get any Dwayne in 2022. And Paul Heyman has said that he believes Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar is a bigger box office draw than Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Bullshit.
Yeah.
100% bullshit. I'm all about Brock and Roman Reigns, but if you insert the fucking Rock into anything pro wrestling, it immediately shoots through the fucking roof. Cousin match, head of the table. If the story fucking writes itself, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the fucking tribal chief, and then you got the fucking tribal chief.
Yeah.
You got the goddamn Rock, the fucking Mr. fucking Fast and the Furious. Mm-hmm. You see, The Rock, Vin Diesel came out with some bullshit thing like, we'd love to have The Rock back in Fast and the Furious. I was like, you're bullshit. You're a fucking liar. You're playing a game. You're trying to manipulate the situation. Fuck you. I love The Rock, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Rock's dope. All right, let's get to this week's burning question.
All right.
Yes. You got the sound effect down. All right, so this week's burning question, I didn't want to do this because I feel like this last week, this exhausted me, and I know that by doing this, you're going to cut a bunch of clips and put this all on TikTok and YouTube, and I'm going to have to defend this shit, but I'm not going to defend it this week. This is it. I'm putting it to bed here. This week's burning question is, does size still matter in professional wrestling?
Okay.
Now, this question quickly offends every AEW fan. I mean, it's immediate reaction. And a lot of people think I say it just to get the reaction, but I'm not. I truly do believe that size still matters. When you speak in reality, right? When you speak in reality, size does matter. We have to be realistic, right?
Yes.
The internet wrestling community, the IWC, they think their shit doesn't stink. They think everything they think is correct. But the reality is the IWC makes up a very small portion of the entire wrestling fan base. There are more casual wrestling fans. If the IWC made up the large proportion, AEW would by far be the biggest company in the world. But it's not.
True.
Because there's a lot of casual fans. There's a lot of grandmas that still watch WWE. Go on Facebook. Those grandmas are all in those Facebook groups. They're not on TikTok, but they're in the Facebook groups, right? There's a lot of people who are not hardcore that still watch wrestling. Now, and let me say this before I go into too much detail and break down what I mean here. I speak a lot of time in absolutes, right?
Yeah.
It's how I speak. When I talk, I'm not really thinking long term. I'm thinking immediate reaction. So when I say things like Darby Allin will never win a title, I'm just playing the odds, right? I'm saying that the probability is that Darby Allin never wins a world championship title. Could he win a title? Of course he could fucking win a title, right? Crazy things happen all the time. It's pro wrestling. It's suspended disbelief.
Crazy things happen all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, so now, and let me go on note here too as well. I'm not anti small wrestlers.
Yeah.
Or undersized wrestlers. I'm not anti that. I'm just realistic, right? AEW has a height limit that they obviously purposely do, and they use the illusion of not placing those guys against other big wrestlers on purpose. But I'm not anti those guys. I like Adam Cole. I like Bryan Danielson. I don't hate Darby Allin.
Yeah.
I just believe he's at a huge disadvantage.
Yes.
So the argument I'm about to present is going to use Darby Allin mostly as my example, right? Because he represents the extreme side of being undersized in professional wrestling, because there is a scale that exists. Mm-hmm. So let me first set the parameters for what I mean when I say small, okay? When I talk about someone being small, I'm talking about them being undersized for professional wrestling. This is not strictly based on height.
Okay.
As some people have tried to come at me, there's a sliding scale. It's got a little bit of height. Height is important, but then there's a weight and muscle mass.
Okay.
That can be included into that. And that's what saves certain guys, right? It's what makes certain people more believable in professional wrestling than other people.
Yeah.
But wrestling, we'll agree, is built around suspended realism, right? It's supposed to feel like a fight. It's supposed to feel like two guys getting into a ring and fighting. Now,
yes,
I understand that there's also suspended disbelief, right? That they also want us to believe that there's dead people, that there's like Scottish warriors swinging swords at people. You do have to extend a little bit of disbelief. And this is where the guys like Darby Allin and Rey Mysterio, they can succeed in the disbelief part. But the reality is, they can't sustain that for long periods of time. I told you this with Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega. We're not going to keep believing week after week that Zelina Vega can beat up Rhea Ripley. So what did they do? They brought in Nikki Ash in that match. Rhea Ripley gets distracted, and the only way for the smaller wrestler to win is for some form of fuckery, is what I'll call it, right? There's some fuckery going on.
Yep.
And when there's fuckery, the little guy can win. But it's not typical that the little guy squares up straight on and beats up the bigger guy. Okay? So let's break this down a little bit. Let's break it down. The first biggest argument I get in the comment section when I say Darby Allin is undersized, everybody goes, what about Jeff Hardy?
Yeah.
You're describing Jeff Hardy, bro. Let's get one thing straight.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy goes 6'1", 215 pounds.
That's crazy.
6'1", 215 pounds. Darby Allin, 5'8", $130, 130 pounds.
Yeah.
130 pounds. 130 pounds. Okay, so get this. In order to make the argument that Darby Allin is comparable to Jeff Hardy, Darby Allin has to eat another Darby Allin. He has to consume a whole nother Darby Allin. Then we can have an argument that those two are comparable, because 6'1", 215 pounds is not the same as 5'8", 130 pounds. I take some shits that are getting close to 130 pounds. So you can't, that's not comparison. I won't accept that as a comparison, because wrestling is like a fucking circus. It is. It's like a circus or a rodeo. Have you ever gone to a rodeo and thought, you know what's great about a rodeo? When they find the smallest bull and the smallest bull goes out there. No, you're looking for the big bull. You're looking for the big bronco. When you go to a circus, you're looking for things larger than life, right? And unfortunately, at 5'8" and 130 pounds, you look like most people walking around. You're smaller than most people walking around. I said to you, tell me somebody we know that's comparable in size, and you gave me a person who was comparable. I go, oh, fuck, I could sit on that person.
Yeah.
Like that person probably could fight people extremely well if they're in that same size and weight category, but there's just no chance at 5'8", 130 pounds that they're not going to be a light snack for somebody that's 6'3", 250 pounds.
True.
Right?
True.
So I created what I think, this is like the Notorious NerdyD scale of wrestling size and how it corresponds in the industry. Now, this isn't hard fast. This is just, if you want to be realistic, this makes sense, right? So any guy that's under 5'10" and under 180 pounds, that guy's considered a small, undersized wrestler. I don't think you can argue that.
Yeah. That's still pretty little.
And guys who fall into that are like Rey Mysterio and Darby Allin. Those guys, they're extremely... Now, I don't know what Rey Mysterio weighs now, because he's got fucking big. There's no way that the weight I looked up for Rey Mysterio is the weight he weighs currently right now, because that dude is fucking like jacked up. Rey Mysterio, it's a little more believable now, but I understand that the argument people make is old school Rey Mysterio, who was a smaller wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Now I go to 5'10" to 6'2".
Yes.
Okay, at 5'10" to 6'2", these are the fringe wrestlers. These are guys that if they have the right weight and the right muscle mass, they can be considered believable wrestlers. Now, you don't want to put these guys in the position to fight the big boys on a regular basis, but if you put them in the ring with comparable size guys, they still feel like light heavyweights from UFC. They're exciting, they're big enough, they're still bigger than most people walking around, so they feel good. From that, you go to 6'2" to 6'6". This is the sweet spot for professional wrestling, right? These are the peak athletes. These are like the Greek gods of modern day society. Your Roman Reigns, your Brock Lesnars, your Drew McIntyres. These guys are substantially bigger than people you see walking around on a daily basis. These guys are the same size as NFL caliber athletes. These guys, they're larger than life. You see them in person and you think, oh, that guy could fuck me up. That guy, that's a behemoth, right? Like if I meet Seth Rollins, I know that Seth Rollins at 6'2" or 6'1", it's a fight I'll take, right? Now, I don't know, Seth Rollins may be a hell of a fighter in real life, but I just mean when I'm sizing a guy up, that's a guy who's Seth Rollins' size, I go, I could fucking handle that fight. A guy who's Drew McIntyre size, I start thinking like, I better really need to fight this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's larger than life.
Yeah,
he's bigger.
Huge.
He's huge. And then, so this is the other argument people were making to me. Well, by your logic, Omos is somebody who should be super exciting. No. 6'6" and above, okay? These are the giants of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Usually super uninteresting, right? Mm-hmm. They're on the far end of the spectrum. They're
just really big.
You can be too big, right? Mm-hmm. And those are the guys that we have to suspend disbelief and go, well, they're just so big. It's like a video game. There's always one character in a fighting video game who's super big, super slow, and you just have to count on, if I get a hold of the other person, they're done. Yeah. And that's like what Omos is, right? Mm-hmm. He's not going to fucking wow you. You're just supposed to believe he's a giant, he's a colossus, and if he gets a hold of somebody, he's going to get the job done.
True.
So I said the sweet spot is the 6'4", the 6'2" to 6'6", or what did I have here? 6'2" to 6'6" is the sweet spot, and 6'2" is the small end of that thing.
Yeah.
Now, the internet wrestling community hates everything I just fucking said because I've gone on record as saying they like people, they like to look into a ring understandably and go, I could be that guy.
Yes, for sure.
I could be that guy. I could wrestle. If I just would have fucking took this seriously, I could be that guy. And that's understandable, but it's not realistic. It's not what entertainment is. It's not what drawing and bringing people into arena. The gladiators were always fucking the biggest people, right?
Yeah.
And I get that the story of who's the little fucker that threw the rock?
David and Goliath.
There it is. I get that. I get that's a telling story, but you can't tell that story every week.
True.
You can tell that story once or twice a year, and it's exciting, but you can't tell that story every week. Darby Allin can't beat the big guy every week. Darby Allin can beat the big guy once in a while. Now, there's no big guy in AEW, so he's hidden a little better, right? When building the perfect wrestler, I'd say that size is like 60 to 70% of the fucking recipe.
I agree.
It
plays a big part
You
in it.
You can go against that all you want, but you can't teach size. You just can't teach size. And so I said, like, guys that are in the sweet spot, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, you can't teach that size. You can't teach that athleticism. You can't go out and find Randy Orton on every corner of the city you live in. You can find Darby Allin.
Big stars.
Yeah. So I said, do you know who the Giants are in AEW? The Giants, right? Because AEW still tries to portray some guys as giants. It's Luchasaurus, 6'5". Luchasaurus is like a little bigger than Roman Reigns.
It's just he looks so big compared to everybody else.
It's an illusion. It's the illusion because they put these guys, sparingly too, in the ring with smaller guys. See, you understand that Jungle Boy makes Luchasaurus look fucking huge. It's an illusion, though.
I mean, he's a grown man.
That's an illusion because if you ask me, I'd say, well, yeah, fucking Luchasaurus is like 6'8".
I thought he was.
And then I go on and I go, he's 6'5". Well, he's not. He's 6'5", okay? And then you got Wardlow. Wardlow has the Ryback build, but he's still only 6'2". So he's not a giant. He's just a big sweet spot wrestler. Mm-hmm. Okay? And then you got Jake Hager, which is old Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
He's 6'7", fucking hell of an athlete, but they hide him. They constantly hide him away from the top stars because he would dwarf all them. If you notice, watch, like Jake Hager doesn't mix it up with like Kenny Omega and those guys because they don't want to show this size difference. There's an illusion. AEW is it's a fucking magician's illusion, right?
Yes.
Then you got like what I consider, I said the fringe guys. The fringe guys, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Big E, Braun Breaker, 6 foot, 6'1", 5'11", 6 foot, all in the 200 and something pound range, right? Like Big E's 285. He's a fucking tank. Mm-hmm. So it's believable, right? It's believable that a guy 5'11", 285 pounds who fucking has the physique of Big E, it's believable he could beat up Roman Reigns or Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar or Randy Orton. It's believable, right? Because
yes.
But the thing is, he has to put in that much more work. He has to look like that in order to do that, right? Look at guys like Bryan Danielson. He definitely bulked up.
Oh yeah,
he had to.
He couldn't be the little guy in a little company.
Even in WWE, he couldn't because you have to be somewhat bigger. I think CM Punk has fallen into this from time to time where CM Punk can come off small in certain situations. In WWE, he always looks small. Now that he's in AEW, he looks like one of the taller people. That's what I'm talking about, right? It's the illusion of if we keep everybody at a certain height in AEW, nobody looks tremendously small.
True.
Right?
Until they have somebody that they want to feature.
Yeah. Look, so let me boil it down. Let me put this issue to rest because this is going to be the last time I go on a lengthy rant about size, right?
Okay.
I do speak in absolutes. Darby Allin will never win. When there is a chance Darby Allin could win, right? But it's going to take some suspended disbelief. It's going to take a David and Goliath moment. Yeah. Do I think he has a long run in him? No, I don't think he does. Also, if you look at the line of people in line for that title in AEW, we're 2 to 3 years out from Darby even being in that conversation. Also, let me address just on another thing, everybody who fucking told me Darby's good for business. But I don't understand that. Oh, Darby's so over with the crowd. Is he? Why do we have to parade him out with Sting every week? Why does he need that big name attached to him if Darby's so over? Darby's over with the internet wrestling community, sure.
Yeah.
But Darby's not necessarily selling tickets.
No.
Darby merchandise isn't flying off the fucking shelves.
No, especially people Google him, then like...
Little kids aren't fucking all face painted up
True.
like Darby Allin.
True.
I think Sting merchandise moves just as well as Darby Allin.
I mean, they're just like Coco, is what it looks like.
He does look like Coco. Also, if you want to talk shit, everybody goes, oh, Darby Allin's a tough guy. Darby Allin's not a fucking tough guy. Go look up the picture of him from, and you can add this to the TikTok. Go look up the picture of Darby Allin from when he was on the reality show Sex Almost Killed Me. Dude's a fucking dweeb.
Sex
Darby
sent me
Allin,
to the ER.
there it is. Darby's a fucking dweeb. He's a little undersized dweeb who throws his body around, and AEW fans love it because I could be Darby Allin is what they say, right?
Yep.
This is reality of life. This is the NBA. This is the NFL. This is the UFC. You can't teach size. Size fucking matters. Unfortunately, the smaller you are, the more talented you have to be to get to the top. That's just reality. Ask Rey Mysterio how he thinks his career would have gone if he was 6'1", 6'2", with the same talent level that he has at 5'6".
Yeah, I'm sure it
He'd
would
have
have
been
been
a
drastically
fucking
different.
beast. Ask Allen Iverson how he would have felt if he was 6'4" with the same talent. The truth is, the smaller you are, the more talent you need. Darby Allin doesn't have all that talent. He doesn't have the talent to make up, because when you're on the far end of the spectrum, when you're 5'8", 130 fucking pounds, you need a lot of talent. You have to go out and do things that nobody else is doing. And jumping off the ropes backwards, that's not it. The coffin drop shit, that's not it. Like, people are like, oh, you must not have seen this match with MJF. No, I saw it. I just wasn't as impressed as you guys were.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is. And anything can happen. Darby may win the title at some point. I don't think he will. I probably won't be watching wrestling by the time he fucking wins it, especially not AEW. And let's not pretend that, like, AEW may not even be around that long. AEW lost $8 million last year. You guys that keep throwing around how fucking exciting AEW is, and it's fucking killing WWE. Yeah, but they're also tanking their fucking money. Like, we have to be realistic here. WWE is a business, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So the decisions that WWE makes, they're business decisions. All the trimming of the fat, all the things that you people want to be pissed off about, those are things that happen in every fucking major business in the world. You have to do this, especially if WWE is positioning itself to be sold to another company. They have to do, they're making moves based on business and not based on fanfare.
Yeah.
Hate it or love it, I don't care. Hate it or love, that may be the reason you hate WWE, but that's the truth. AEW is Tony Khan's toy box. That's all this is, guys. It's AEW is Tony Khan's toy box. This is a guy who has way too fucking much money because his dad owns the
Jaguars?
I don't know what his dad is. It's not because he owns the Jaguars, but his dad has enough money to own the Jaguars, that they have so much fucking money that Tony Khan was able to go, hey, I want to play wrestling owner. So he went and bought he went and created a wrestling company, signed up a few guys, put a big fat paycheck in front of him, and now he's doing a pretty good job. But losing $8 million, now that's pandemic, I get it. Lots of shit happened, but you still lost $8 million. How many years can you lose $8 million before you go, oh, I'm done playing this game? Like, this isn't fun to me. When does Tony Khan lose interest?
I have no idea.
Right? But that's it. I'm putting it to bed. I'm done. I'm done with the size argument. I'm done. People gonna say I hate AEW. I don't hate AEW. I actually watched Dynamite last night.
Yeah, we did.
Thought it was a good show. I thought it was a solid show. I made fun of the Adam Page Bryan Danielson thing because Adam Page is a boring champion.
And it was like 10
but
hours
those are my opinions, right?
Yeah.
Those are my opinions, and I don't hate AEW no more than I see flaws in WWE. But I'm putting it to bed. That's it. I'm not gonna fight with people this week. They can have at it. They can say whatever the fuck they want at this point. This is all based in reality. If you want to argue that size doesn't matter, at this point, it's delusion. It's delusion, and you've been brainwashed by AEW to believe in this illusion that they constantly put out 6'1" wrestlers. They parade them around as the top tier guys. And I noticed AEW and WWE doesn't do it either, but nobody calls their belt the heavyweight championship of the world anymore. They just call it the world title.
Yeah.
So I get that. That caused a little bit of that illusion. But whatever.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to address a couple comments.
All right.
It's going to be a new thing I do. Because I'm not going to sit and fight people on TikTok and YouTube anymore. Just not going to do it. I feel like that gives them the gratification of me giving them a response, and then they come back and say some stupid shit anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I feel are either legitimate arguments or just some of the dumbest shit I heard, and I'm going to bring it up on the podcast. And we as a group here, me and the people who loyally listen to this, can laugh at the stupidity. The first comment comes from Savage Sooner 13, right? He writes, LOL. So what's your point? This is a business. Darby Allin is good for business. He's over with the fans and you're just the mean girl. All right, cool. I've never once fucking claimed that I was here to be friendly or talk. It's why I'll never have a fucking wrestler on this show. Because the minute you start fucking pandering and trying to impress wrestlers or impress people of the industry or impress other podcasters, the reason I won't have those fucking people is because I'm not pandering.
True.
I got fuck some referee. I don't know who the fuck he was. Apparently he works for WWE. Yeah. But he decided to talk shit, right? But I'm not here to pander. You go fucking count to 3 as many times as you want. Do your thing. I'm going to talk my shit, and I'm never going to pander, and I'm never going to hold my words, and I'm never going to be afraid to say what I want. There's going to be times where I probably love AEW. There's going to be times where I probably hate WWE. True. It'll flip-flop. My opinion changes faster than fucking...
We used to love SmackDown.
Yes, and when I first came into doing this shit, I was fucking an AEW fucking mark. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the rose-colored glasses got taken off. But to address his comment, Darby Allin is not good for business. I addressed this a couple minutes ago. Darby Allin's not selling T-shirts. People aren't watching AEW for Darby Allin. That's a false statement. Darby Allin's not good for business. When they remove Sting, when they finally take Sting away,
yeah,
and they stop partnering Darby Allin with CM Punk, when they do that and Darby Allin consistently comes out and puts on a solid show and he can headline and main event AEW events, I'll concede that Darby Allin's good for business. But right now, you can call him one of the 4 pillars because he was there from the beginning. But Darby Allin is a low mid-card wrestler. That's what he is. And I am a mean girl. Whatever.
Regina George.
Then Jacob 6666444. Once again, everything I got was about size this week. Size doesn't always matter. You're just jealous of AEW's success. Once again, man, $8 million lost. I don't care. I want AEW to succeed. I believe that when you have 2 companies that are doing well or at least putting a good product out, it forces them to compete.
I agree. 100%.
I believe WWE has had to raise their bar in order to compete with AEW. And AEW has done the same. And Tony Khan makes it known every week that he's coming for that ass. I mean, that's what he's doing. He's playing in his toy box, and his dream is to beat WWE. That's it. I said, how long before he fucking gives out?
I don't know.
Right? All right, let's play some 20 questions.
Let's get it.
Oh, wait. Bring it up. I'm Mr.
What?
Protest, I think is my fucking name right now.
Bring up the graphic?
No. Don't bring up a graphic. But last week, I believe I lost 20 questions.
Yes.
Lost 20. But that was a second round. I got the first one right in one question.
Okay.
So I think the official record book should show me as still undefeated.
I'll allow it.
The second one was a bonus match that I asked for being unprepared. That's what the second one was. I was not ready for that. So I'm going to say that I got Tony Storm in one question. I'm going to continue and say I am still currently undefeated in wrestling 20 questions.
I'll agree.
So let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's bring it up. Let me knock this out so we can get out of here and go do something. 20 questions. What we got? Are you going to keep count or do I need to keep count?
I'm going to keep count. I'll use my
Because I
fingers.
feel like we're getting off count.
I'm going to keep count. Are you ready?
I just had to take a drink of water. All right, I'm ready. Is this person currently in the WWE?
No.
Oh, shit. It's not good when it's not that. Okay. Is this person currently in AEW?
No.
Ooh, shit. Is this person currently a wrestler? Like a current wrestler? Have they wrestled in the last year?
No.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Is this person, has this person ever been associated with AEW?
No.
Okay. How many is that? That's 4?
Yes.
So this person, I'm not going to blow a question on, is this person associated with WWE? Because we typically, that's our wheelhouse. You're not going to go out of that this early in the life of this game. So this person's going to be a WWE. Is this person associated with the Attitude Era?
Yeah, okay, so this is...
Someone
Yes.
brought up a good point on Hulk Hogan, which was Hulk Hogan was more associated with WCW, but that all happened in the Attitude Era. So would you consider him as part of it or not? I wouldn't. I still stand by I wouldn't, but that was a valid point someone brought up. Okay, so is this person from are they known for the Attitude Era?
No, he's not known for the Attitude Era.
Or did they wrestle in the Attitude Era?
Um,
Not known. That's a weird phrasing of that question.
no. No, he wouldn't have been Attitude Era. You can ask me a further question.
Is he pre-Attitude Era?
No.
So he's post-Attitude Era. Was that 7?
Yes.
Ooh, this is not going well because I'm not even narrowing it down very much into does this person have long hair?
No.
Is this person bald?
Now he is.
You don't answer like that. Well, I guess you have to answer like
I'd
that.
have to answer that one like that because he had hair at one
well,
time.
if I say, is he bald? He's currently bald?
Yes, he's
Okay.
currently bald now.
Oh, that's weird. So that means he had hair when he wrestled. He's bald now. He's not from the Attitude Era, and he's not a current wrestler. This is a huge gap
Yeah.
in my wrestling knowledge now. 9.
We're at 8 questions.
8 questions?
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's 9, but I'll take one more. Has this person ever been a world champion?
Yes.
So they have been a world champion. Not Attitude Era. Not current wrestler. Associated with WWE. Is currently bald. So I asked if this person has wrestled in the last year. Has this person appeared on WWE television in the last year? And you can say I don't know.
I don't know, but it's possible. He still, I would say, has ties to WWE in some way, form, or fashion.
I wanted to say
not prevalent.
because I wanted to say Adam Pearce, but that's
not him.
No, I know it's not Adam Pearce. A bald. Why am I drawing a blank on bald guys?
You're going to kick yourself in the face.
Well, I'm not done yet. What am I at? 10? 8, 9?
That was 9. You asked me if he was bald.
Was this person primarily a bad guy during their career?
Let me look back at my notes. Yes.
So primarily a bad guy. WWE. When this person wrestled, did they have long hair?
No.
Okay, so they just had standard hair. Huh.
We're at 10.
So okay, no, it can't be. It can't be who popped into my head because
Tell me.
It's not The Rock.
It's not The Rock.
Okay, because it's not The Rock. Because I thought had hair, now bald, but he's the fucking.
But you're on the right track.
He's the poster boy of the Attitude Era. Him and Stone Cold. I'm on the right track.
Once you figure out who it is, you'll know what that means.
Oh man, I feel like this is definitely not gonna. This person did they have blonde hair?
No.
How many questions is that?
11.
Was this person white?
Let me look that up because I don't know exactly. Give me just a second.
That's interesting. If you can't identify their ethnicity.
Well, because some people.
I get it. Let's see. Where can I go with
everybody's
this?
so like.
Where can I go with this? It's bald head.
Okay.
WWE.
So, like, what do you consider? What are white people like from what
Like
regions?
a European descent?
Okay, then yes.
Like French?
Yes, he's white. He's mixed though. He's mixed with white and.
I don't know if you should give me
something
that information. Yeah.
Else.
Wait, he's mixed. What? How many questions is that?
That's 12.
It's 12?
Yeah.
8 questions?
But he would look more white, I guess you would say.
Bald head.
Now.
Is this person taller than... I'm not going to know how fucking tall people are. Is this person taller than 6 foot?
Yes.
Okay, so he's a bigger guy. Oh my God, I can't think. I am so fucking far off
You're
on
at
this.
13.
13 questions. I got to just fire off some questions here that can... Did he wear pants?
No.
Okay, so he wore... It's not Stone Cold.
You wear the man panties.
It's not Stone Cold. It's not... You said I'm going to be... What throws me off, what bothers me is you said he didn't wrestle in the Attitude Era. And that bothers me because I feel like if he started in the Attitude Era...
Okay, so I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is Ric Flair considered the Attitude Era?
No.
Okay.
But I said pre-Attitude Era and you said no.
Well...
And that bothers me that you said Ric Flair because I'm thinking everybody post-Attitude Era. And, oh, fuck. This isn't good. This is not good.
But you have to remember, Ric Flair came back at one point.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Okay, hold on. If this is who I think it is, I'm going to call extreme. Is this guy in movies?
Yep.
Is this Dave Bautista?
Yes, it is.
Attitude Era fucking to the extreme.
Is it?
Yes.
But I didn't see him as part of the Attitude Era.
Well, yeah. Yes,
Because when I looked up Attitude Era, it says that Attitude Era is Triple H.
Yeah, but Batista was getting, he got started in that I stopped watching coming out of the Attitude Era and I knew who Batista was.
You almost didn't get that one.
Well, that I'm gonna call a little bit of bullshit because you threw me for a loop there with not Attitude Era. I think Dave Batista is definitely Attitude Era.
I think that's another question that we ask our fans.
I don't think you have to ask people that.
Is the Attitude Era?
I think you're gonna get.
They're gonna smash me.
Yeah, you're gonna get. You got somebody fucking got you
So
on the
is
Shawn Michaels.
Evolution?
No, that's post Attitude Era, but that's not when Batista got started.
Okay.
What we're gonna have to do is define the years of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
And then you'll
because
be able to look and see.
I see Evolution, and I was like, okay, that's after Attitude Era. So I didn't see him really being relevant until then.
But yeah, he wrestled against The Rock and Stone Cold. The better thing would have been he wasn't as relevant in the Attitude Era, but he definitely and yeah, he's associated with WWE. I'll give you that. But I got it. I got there.
You got there.
I fucking
it was
got
close.
there. But I don't like, because you said post Attitude Era, and I don't think he's post Attitude Era. Yeah. All right, so I got it though. I got it. That's all that matters. I'm currently still undefeated with an asterisk, and you are currently the interim Notorious NerdyD Wrestling pay-per-view champion. I'm wondering if we should open up these you pick'ems to our fans and create a digital belt where they could
to have like a thing to
where
see
they
who
could
go
win.
for it?
Well, no, they can't win our belt. Our belt is the heavyweight belt,
version of
but
it.
we should have a current digital champion.
Yeah.
And we'll create a belt, a little digital belt.
Almost like a fantasy
That'd be
football
cool.
type thing.
But this has been another episode of the Notorious NerdyD Wrestling Podcast. Each and every week, we tell you everything you need to know about professional wrestling. I am NerdyD. That is Level Up Lauren, and you can ring that final bell.
Bing, ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding.
Notorious. Big it